my tire sling.
Have you or a loved one been affected by slingophobia? Well, you're in luck because we're gonna show you how to apply tire dressing the correct way. No sling, no mess. For starters, what is tire sling? Tire sling is excess amount of tire dressing that gets kicked off when you're driving. All these black marks right here are excessive spots of the product slinging onto the surface of the door. You could see a lot of oil spots onto the trim as well. And believe it or not, this thing could kick up as far as your window. So there's many things that could cause tire sling, such as over applying the product, not letting the product bond onto the surface correctly, and, which is the most common, applying product to a dirty wheel. Since the majority of the time, tire sling is caused by applying product onto a dirty surface, we're gonna clean these wheels up using Diablo Wheel Gel and a few extra tools that I have on me right now. So for starters, the reason why I'm using Diablo Wheel Gel is because I gotta keep in mind the type of wheel finish I have. Since I do have a bronze matte finish wheel, I don't wanna apply anything aggressive that may ruin the look of that wheel. So I took the liberty off camera and I diluted my Diablo Wheel Gel 5:1. So what does that mean? On my secondary bottle, I have a dilution ratio. I put 1 part Diablo, 5 parts water. Quick math. My surface is cool to the touch. All I'm gonna do, grab my secondary bottle and spray the area. Always keep in mind, make sure your surfaces are cool to the touch when applying product directly onto them. And keep in mind, like I did say before, you guys, this tire sling caused a mess all over the place. My Diablo Wheel Gel is pH balanced. It's diluted, so you could do that as well. Now that I'm letting that dwell and sit on the surface, I also took the chance and I applied 2 ounces of my Diablo Wheel Gel in my bucket, and I included my wheel brushes that I am gonna clean my wheel with. So I'm gonna start off with my barrel brush, pick up some of my Diablo solution, and just clean it. Now I know I don't necessarily have to apply tire dressing on my rim, but if I'm already going above and beyond on scrubbing my tire, why not scrub my rim properly? Have you guys ever been affected by slingophobia? It usually happens, for me, I've been affected by it like twice. I drive a white car, and trust me, when I pulled up to my parking spot, the day of the show, it looked like I had spots all over my car that were not intended. Share some of your stories that you've been affected, if you've been affected, or a loved one, in the comments. Comment down below. So now that we're done with my brush, just gonna quickly rinse it before I put it back in my bucket. That way I'm not contaminating or cross-contaminating anything. This probably has to be one of my best tools here at 𝘃𝗵𝗶𝗍, honestly. Then, just to clean the face of the wheel, I'm gonna get my woolly brush. Yeah, same thing. Pick up some of my solution and just scrub the surface. Now that I've taken care of my barrel, the face of the wheel, now it's time to clean the most important part, the part that we're gonna be doing everything on, the tire. So, I'm just gonna give it a couple more sprays, just to make sure I'm getting a clean surface. The reason why is because you want your tire shine to bond onto the rubber properly. You don't wanna have existing dressings on there that you're just gonna over apply on top of them, making everything worse, being the reason why tire sling occurs, honestly. So, spray some of my solution onto my brush as well. This way I'm getting more lather. Spray one more time and just begin scrubbing. Look, I want to show you guys something too. Let me get my Mr. Sprayer foamer. It has Diablo in there as well. Just to get more lather, you guys. But I did that to show you guys this. Now, look at the difference between my foam. See where I'm scrubbing my area? The foam is a lot milkier, more like chocolatey kind of thick, rather than compared to here where it's more crystal white. So what does that mean? That means the surface of my wheel is extremely dirty, extremely caked up with existing dressings. And that's exactly what we gotta avoid. Look at that. Disgusting. So we cleaned the surface, we rinsed it off. Now, a big thing, you guys, that I do see a lot of people making. People wash their car, they dry it off, but what they forget to dry off the most is the tire. I see a lot of people taking care of the rim, making sure they're not getting any water spots onto the rim. But keep in mind, when applying a tire dressing, you want to make sure your tires are dry as well, because you don't want the tires trying to bond to the water. You want it bonding onto the rubber itself. So to dry the surface is simple. I got a microfiber towel that's gonna allow me to clean the surface of my rim, and I'm using our Pro Blow to make sure I'm getting any excess water off of my tire, since I did say I need a really dry tire. And I'm just gonna go everything with my microfiber towel. Make sure I get the rim first, since it is a little bit more sensitive. There's paint. This one's obviously matte finish, but if you guys have painted rims, powder coated, be sure to always work on the rim first. Then have a secondary towel, but in this case, I'm just using the same one. And just give your tire a nice wipe. And just like that, we've rinsed it, we've dried it. And this is what you want your tire to look. You want it completely dull, no shine whatsoever, because we just removed any excess product that might have been on the tire. This is what you want your tire to look like. This way, whenever you apply a tire shine, whether it's water-based, oil-based, you know you're getting that perfect bond, because there's nothing onto the surface but the rubber for it to bond to. If you guys ever tried applying tape to any surface that might have had a little bit of dust, a little bit of just dirtiness, it doesn't stick properly. Try that out next time when you have a piece of tape. Put it onto a surface that's pretty dusty. It's not gonna stick. It's gonna peel right off. The reason why, because any contamination is not gonna let any product bond properly onto its proper surface. So let's get my favorite dressing. Let's get my favorite applicator and apply some dressing. Today's star of the show, tire and trim gel. The reason why is because 1, it's long lasting, and 2, I only need a little bit of amount to get this tire shining its best. So I'm gonna be using my Wedge Applicator. The reason why is because it's so easy to apply dressings or anything, honestly, to any surface with this. I can literally slide my hand in here, giving me comfort and ease and maximum control when I'm applying. So for example, say I have my dressing on here already. Easy, easy, easy. Say this car was lifted. If my fender liner is exposed a little bit more and I have to apply dressing, simple, easy, easy, and convenient. Check out our tire wedge, you guys. So great. Especially if you're trying to touch up dashboards with VRP. Easy, easy, easy. So easy. So remember, start off small. Remember, you could always apply more. It's easier for you to apply more than to remove, if that makes sense. Because to remove dressings that we already applied, we kind of have to clean the surface all over again. So apply little amounts by little and just work your way from there. Example, like, look, that's how much product. I'm not sure if the camera can pick it up, but that's how much product I have. This is not, I'm not saying this is enough for the whole tire, but it's gonna be a start. And then from there, we just work our way up. So just 2 lines, and then we're gonna start from there. I'm gonna wanna maximize my product this way, just kind of saving more on the dollar side, and I'm not using as much, I'm not over applying product that's gonna potentially sling. So blotch it out, spread it out, and then just work it in. From there, apply a little bit of pressure and work it in. Now, what's good about my wedge applicator is that it's gonna give me a flat finish. Since my hand is flat, just know I'm gonna get an even coat. I'm not gonna get high spots where some areas of the tire might have more shine than others. No, everything's gonna be uniform thanks to my wedge. And what's so perfect about applying little amounts of dressing onto your tire is that the cure time goes like this. Remember, the more product you apply, the more time you have to wait for it to bond perfectly. And trust me, applying little coats like this makes that cure time less than a minute flat. Apply 2 more lines. Like, my lines aren't even thick, to be honest, you guys. They're like at least a centimeter thick, 2 centimeters at max. And I feel like I'm already kind of at my limit on what level or what amount I should be applying onto my tire. Just like that, you guys now know how to apply a tire dressing properly. What I like to do, I like to go over my work just to kind of give me that insurance, that reinsurance. I have a microfiber towel. Go over it. Doesn't cost as much. This way we're making sure we're removing any excess that's not on the surface rather than on top of just more tire dressing. And that usually causes slinkage. Bam. Just like that. My tire looks completely new, fresh. And look, keep in mind, I have a latex glove, you guys. So the fact that there's no shine on my glove whatsoever makes me know that when I drive off right now, my product is not gonna be slinging all over the place. So with that being said, if you or a loved one were affected by slingophobia, check some of these products out. Send this video to them. That way they know what to do when they ever come across slinkage. If you like any of these products, check them out at our website at 𝘃𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 or your local detail garage. As always, I'm Alex. I got 3 other wheels to finish. See you guys on the next one.